I'm going to attempt a little lesson here about empty houses and what they mean in astrology. So as you know, all the houses represent different areas of your life. So first house would be like your appearance to the world. Second house would be finances, possessions, your assets. Third house is local, neighborhood. I'm not about to go through all this. I'm just going to show you on the next slide and you can take a screenshot. Things to note is that the houses are the same for everybody. Anybody that you ever meet will literally have first house having to do with appearance and everything that I just explained on the other slide. So everybody has the same houses. That is one thing to understand. For you, if you're looking particularly at a certain area of your life and you want to know more about, say, your career. So I'm looking at my career house, 10th house, and it looks empty, right? Does that mean I'm never going to have a career? No, because then instead of that being a planet here to influence the career sector of your life, I have a Pisces 10th house, which means Pisces is ruled by the planet Jupiter. So whenever you're looking for more meaning for each of your houses, look at the sign there and then connect it to the planet that rules that sign. So again, I'm using traditional astrology. Jupiter is the traditional ruler of Pisces. So then I go and I find my Jupiter house. Okay. So I meant to say, look for where Jupiter is in your chart. So Jupiter here is in my 6th house. So 6th house is the house of health and wellness, and it's ruled by Scorpio. House is also the house of daily routines. So essentially anything that you're doing on a daily basis to keep yourself healthy. So the act and ritual of brushing your teeth, washing your face, taking a shower every day, those are 6th house activities. So for me, because Scorpio is the ruler of my 6th house, I think about Scorpio's meaning and how kind of it manifests, I would say, in life. So for me, I typically attribute Scorpio to occult studies. So if we're taking it back to finding the career path, well, that literally is it. It's literally daily rituals, daily occult knowledge and information, because that's what Jupiter brings, is knowledge and philosophy and wisdom. Also has a lot to do with spirituality as well. So it just kind of is informing a little bit more about the career path that you should take. So think about that with any empty house. Like everything in astrology, there's levels to this. So to give it even more meaning and actually get a little bit more clarity on that 10th house again, or that empty house that you have, look to that ruler's other sign that it rules. So if it rules 2 signs, for instance, Mercury rules 2 signs, Gemini, Virgo, Jupiter rules 2 signs, Pisces and Sag, Mars rules Aries and Scorpio, Saturn rules Aquarius and Capricorn. So just to give you that lowdown. So for me, I have a Jupiter ruled 7th house, which is a house of partnerships and relationships. You have Mars in there. So where is Mars? Mars is back. There you go. Scorpio ruled by Mars. It's in my 6th house, so we're back to that. And then I go to 11th house, which is Aries. So it's also under Mars's ruling. And then there's 11th house, which is the house of social media. So me literally having a career based on social media, doing daily rituals, literally the candles that I sell, it's a manifestation of this career path. Or maybe even fucking astrology and talking about astrology literally on the internet. A little further, okay? So I'm looking at the planet that's also in Jupiter's other sign, and that is the sun. So the sun is right there next to Mars in Sagittarius. And then where is the sun's ruling sign? It's in my 3rd house, which is the house of local. So me doing vending gigs in my local community. Literally a manifestation of my Pisces 10th house career. Because I didn't mention it earlier, Cancer is ruled by the moon. I have Cancer moon right in its home. And then Leo is ruled by the sun, which is how I knew where to look for the 3rd house, because Leo is my 3rd house ruler. I honestly just discovered some of this stuff with y'all, so that's pretty cool, and it really validates what I'm doing right now. It's kind of amazing, but if y'all have any questions, let me know. If you want to shoot me your chart, let's just book a consultation. Let's just do it. So just to reiterate, empty houses don't mean anything in astrology other than the fact that there's not a planet influencing it. You just got to look at the ruling planet of that sign, which is why I really try to hammer down not using modern rulers. Using modern, if you're trying to look at Uranus or Neptune or Pluto as any ruler of any part of your house, then that will totally mislead you, which is why I totally am against modern rulership. Not completely, they'll have their time and place, but don't use it for predictive. I hope that helps you understand what empty houses mean and just helps you understand that an empty house doesn't mean that you don't have any action happening there. And then also just understanding the fact that all of these signs, like whenever we say, you know, it's Libra season or it's Scorpio season, look at your Libra house and your Scorpio house. So for me, again, I have Libra 5th house. So Libra season's lighting up my 5th house because the sun brings action and brings focus to those areas of your life. So for me, I have Scorpio 6th house. That means when Scorpio starts, I'm gonna have a lot of action. It's gonna hit my Jupiter, it's gonna hit my Pluto, my Mercury, my Venus. It's gonna be all up in my 6th. Also why I feel like it's so valuable to like actually look at a circle chart, because then you can kind of visualize and actually see what we mean when we say like the full moon is in Aries. Like that means look at your houses, because then for me, I'm able to see, well, that means that the full moon is here in my Aries house. I'll ditch CoStar, never look at that shit again. Just kidding, but don't use it. Use Time Passages. That's a better app. It's free. It breaks down your astrology, and it is typically way more correct than CoStar because CoStar uses a different house system. It's not Placidus, which everybody uses, and I'm really trying to get everybody on the same level, at least a very close level to where I'm at right now, because I want y'all to be able to look at circle charts and like know what you're looking at.